Hello, my little hackmons. It's been a while. Welcome back to Fictosexual Life. Today's episode is about what if you have a crush on a popular character or you know someone who has the same crush as you. Now, I want to remind everyone that every fictosexual deals with their sexuality in a different way. Some people might not care if they see others with the same fictional crush as them. They might even be open to it and happy, but others might be uncomfortable with that idea. It's important to remember that every fictosexual person experiences love differently, and that's what makes it so beautiful. For me personally, when I see that other people have the same crush as me in mass amounts, it gives me this feeling that I'm still not 100% sure how to describe it. It feels like this emptiness, like something's been taken away from me. But at the same time, my heart beats faster. Sometimes I feel like I'm about to cry, but, there's a part of me that tells myself, no, this is dumb. You don't have to act like this over something that isn't real. Which is not something I'm telling to any of you. It's just, how that part of my brain talks to me during these sort of situations. And for me, it always leads to the inevitable questioning of, if they were real, would they truly love me? And that becomes its own dark rabbit hole for me. Everyone experiences these feelings on a variety of levels. Most people, especially those who aren't fictosexual, would probably say, oh, it's not that big of a deal, but to some people, it is. And these feelings, no matter what scale they're on, are valid. Respect other people's feelings, but also remember to respect your own. You are not alone if you feel the same way. You are not broken. You are not crazy. You're beautiful. What I mean by the things that trigger this emotion is, like, if you look up a character and there's all these pictures of just them being shipped with someone else, or a self-insert OC, or like all the discussion around this character just centers around people talking about how attractive they find them. So how do you deal with this? In my case, the best thing is to just try your best to ignore it. I just try to steer clear of content from a fandom that's just fanboys and fangirls talking about how attractive said character is. For example, I don't really like to watch fan edits of my favorite characters because, the comments are all the same sort of thing, so I just don't watch them. Even if I am in a fandom just for characters I find attractive, I try and stay on the side of the fandom that's more like lore focused, gameplay focused, or meme focused. And if you do make that kind of content or comments, there's no shame in it. This is not shaming you. It is how you express your fictosexuality, and that's wonderful. I'm not telling you, to hide it away or don't do it. Keep doing you. This is just about the people that personally don't really want to see that content, and that's okay. You don't have to change a thing. For example, I love to make content about dark and horror fiction, and I recognize that not everyone likes that genre. Depending on the subgenre, it could be too triggering for people if it mirrors a real life event or a fear they have, too frightening, too extreme for them, and that's totally okay. I completely understand that not everyone wants to see some of the scary ideas I have in my head. So I always tell myself, for every one person that doesn't want to see your horror content, there will be one that will. And that applies to all of you fan content creators out there. Don't ever tell someone, oh, you can't make videos or artwork of this character because I have a crush on them. That other person could be going through the exact same thing you are. Fictosexuals must stay united. We can't divide ourselves. Even though we all love differently, our hearts beat as one. So basically, my advice here summed up is just don't look for things that you know will make you feel uncomfortable. Now, what if you have a friend that shows you those sort of things? The other day, I had a friend show me a bunch of TikTok comments about one of my favorite characters, and I started to feel that sort of empty void feeling again, and I was like, hey, it's really cool that we both like that fandom. Thank you for remembering that I love this fandom, but looking at this kind of content just really makes me uncomfortable, and I would appreciate it if you would respect my boundaries and not show me this sort of thing anymore. And they were like, okay, I understand. Thank you for telling me. I will respect you. That was the end of it, and I really feel like I have a true ally. And those that continually, purposely cross those lines and try to disrespect you, they are not your true friends. They are not your true allies. But always remember that you are loved. You are loved by the character that you love back. You are loved by the fictosexual community. You are loved by your allies that support you. You are loved by me. You are beautiful. You are special. You are perfect. You are loved.